Since seeing and playing a Steinberger back in the early 1990s, I've always wanted a headless guitar with a tremolo. However, given the fact that in my experience, lower priced guitars often sound as good or better than higher priced ones, I've never been one to want to pay more than $600 to $800 for a new guitar. I think over this price, the value proposition starts to go south for the average player. Over the past couple of years, I've been really tempted just to go into debt a little bit to get a nice Strandberg Bowden Classic NX6 with a tremolo. The body shape really improves on the classic Strat style guitar in many ways, but I'm not really sure I'm sold on either their oddly shaped necks or multi-scale frets. I really prefer regular maple necks with maple fretboards, and a tremolo offers much more versatility than non-trem guitars, in my opinion. For some reason, having a neck and a fingerboard made entirely of the same hard wood, maple or a maple neck with ebony fingerboard, has always been preferable to me. As well, the recent trend of roasted maple necks make for very appealing looks. So my only option for a Strandberg hitting all my checkboxes was the Strandberg Bowden Classic NX6, and it retails for about $1,800, which is about $1,250 more than the Hils HN4. I started hearing about the Hex line of guitars towards the end of last year and searched for days on Google to find reviews and more information about the guitar. Watching some videos from NAMM this year, I saw new models were going to be available from Hils, which is a brand for Hex Instrument Labs in non-Asian markets. Sure enough, they were coming out with a model with a roasted maple neck and a tremolo, just exactly what I've been looking for all these years. Finally, all the drooling from watching YouTube videos got the best of me, and I pre-ordered a Hils Next NH4 in Summer Sand. I was lucky to have timed my order around the time that they apparently got a big shipment of guitars in, as in a pretty short time they had my guitar out to me via UPS and into my hands. NH4 falls in line with pricing between a Squier Strat and a Fender Player Strat at $549 out the door, and currently that includes both tax and shipping costs. It's about half the price of a Strandberg Bowden Essential, which is very similar in features, which, based on reviews I've read, is also a very nice guitar at its price point. Comparing the Bowden Essential with the NH4, one of the most visually noticeable differences is the shape of the bottom of the guitar. While Hils has taken an inspiration from Strandberg's highly ergonomic dual-cut lap side, they've made for the bottom to be more symmetrical and added little bumpers to ensure that, like a Fender or a Gibson, the next series will be able to stand on its own against an amp or a chair when a stand really isn't readily available. That just can't be done with any of the Strandberg models. It has strap buttons discreetly placed on the body to effectively balance the weight of the guitar, a very smooth and contoured neck joint, an ample belly cut, and a jack outlet position that keeps your guitar cable out of the way. The neck is a reasonably flat, slim C shape with a compound radius of 12 inches to 16 inches. For people who want to understand how the neck plays, it's very similar to the Charvel, Sandias, ProMod, Superstrat style models if you have an opportunity to try one of those. I think it's a little bit thicker than those, but like I said, it's really a compromise between a classic Strat style neck with a more rounded, smaller radius and a full tilt shred style guitar, which emphasizes ease of fast playing over comfort recording. It's beautifully roasted and has a very silky and not sticky matte finish. It has a spoke style truss rod adjustment at the bottom of the neck and a titanium string lock at the top. The retaining screws appear to be stainless steel. It also features stainless steel medium jumbo frets, which are nicely dressed with a real bone nut. I'm sure I don't have to explain that these are all features seldom found on a guitar at this price point. The pickups are hot rail type passive ceramic humbuckers with a very aggressive resistance of 17.64 ohms at the bridge and 8.10k ohms at the neck. This would be comparable in hotness to a Seymour Duncan JB Jazz combo, but with a little bit more punch from the ceramic magnets instead of the slightly warmer Alnicos in the Duncans. I really like the Fishman Fluence pickups that are offered in Hils' higher end HN6 models, and while I do like the sound of the stock pickups, which you can listen to in the demo at the link I give below, the versatility in having 3 voices per pickup is really a desirable feature for me. Ordering those pickups and installing would be an additional $280 for a total investment of $760. Still a very good price point compared to the Strandbergs. For the most part, all the information I've covered so far can be gotten either through the Hils website or other reviews. The things that I wanted to know more about were the tremolo and the rear control cavities, what's in there, how does that look. I wanted to get a better feedback about ease of tuning and if there'd be enough room in the rear control cavity for a 9-volt battery in case I decided to upgrade to active pickups. So in my opinion, the guitar sounds great and plays great, has enormous bang for the buck, and even if it's several $100s more in price, I'd really be impressed.